Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. I left things in the middle of a conversation. I'd never done that before, but it made sense at the time. I think I'm gonna just try and change the Gator's mind. I already had a big Gator battle and used up a whole bunch of equipment and everything, so I'm just gonna change Occam's mind. The monster abides by his own obscure ethos, but perhaps you can outthink him. If you let them go, you'll cause more misery to their families. Tom and Kathy will actually be more miserable if they leave. The letting them go one. Largemouth Bass and Sons is totally reliant on these children to prop up their failing company. The whole thing is a joke. Without Tom and Kathy, it will all slide slowly but irrevocably into a long, painful era of decline over which looms the grim terminus of business death. That's true. Occam's Gator seems to be giving this some thought. Just something to consider. Okay, so let them go, you dope. No, consider it. A slow smile creeps across Occam's Gator's face, and he keeps on growing until it's made a complete ring around his head. Oh god. Is that a yes? Can you teach me how to do that? Alright, see you later, man. He's pretty cool, honestly. That does it. I don't know what to say. Nobody ever stood up to that thing before. Dad even tried giving him a cut of the business to leave us alone. You mean what you said, though? You think the business will fail without us? Yeah, probably. I'm sure it'll be fine. People love largemouth bass. I have no idea. Huh. We're doing the right thing. If I was 100% sure of that when we left, I'm now 98% sure, which is still very high. Yeah, that's pretty high. Well, thanks, mister. Anyway, for getting Occam's to take a hike. Accept the meat and nod. You know, it's not much. Oh, but would you want this? Free sample? Judges wear these wigs to keep their hair from influencing the case. 10 to maximum HP and HP regeneration. It's a pretty damn good hat. Enjoy that, but mind you don't combine it with the jury's wig and the executioner's wig. Nobody should have that much power. Hold on just now. Are you still trying to take us back to largemouth bass? No, go get the bus. I give you my blessing. Thank you, Father. Huh? Oh, you said blessing, so I just assumed. Right, I see. Priesthood, Father. No, it's fine. It's still nice to have your blessing anyway, thanks. Have a good life, mister. I know we will. Goodbye, then. It's been an eventful wait for the bus. We're just gonna leave them alone there? I suppose I should run back and make sure they are aware of what's happening, or just tell them that Occam's Gator ate him. I don't know. You see a plume of smoke coming from nearby. I'll clump of trees and brush, and as you draw nearer, the sounds of ragged clacking and giggling can be heard. Oh, could it be a coven of real swamp witches? Sadly, no, but what you do find is possibly even weirder. A gang of scraggly-looking swamp hillbilly vampires tending a ratty old still. Oh, hi! You fellas cooking up a batch of corn? Nope. Rats. The ratty was very literal. Ew. Of course, now that you're here, a whole nother recipe comes to mind. Magic up a solution. I'm pretty sure you can't make booze out of blood. It wouldn't ferment. Why not? Blood sugar's a real thing. Yes, but I'd have to be so diabetic, I'd sweat pancake syrup. Look, maybe I can set you up with some more appropriate ingredients. A few quick mathematical calculations later, and you've opened a portal to the fruits and vegetables dimension and retrieved a bushel of custom bright red ears of corn. There you go. Blood corn. I made it by crossbreeding regular sweet corn with blood oranges. Well, heck, I reckon that solves our problem nicely. Thanks, feller. Don't mention it. That's quite the nifty solution. I carry some level of pride with what I've achieved and the course I've set the world on. A staple crop that now has vitamin C in it. Amazing. Don't you dare show your face around here. You dithered, and now Kathy is lost. I've received a telegram for her, and now she's throwing her life away chasing the Judge Wig dreams of youth. Oh, so you are filled in on the situation. At least you don't think your daughter was eaten. Sorry, any chance I can still get that fishing rod? Are you concerned about the future? I'll say sorry for now, and I'm guessing I'll be able to say the others. I only hope she'll realize the mistakes she made. Her mother always told her, don't throw away your life for a man like I did. Meaning you? Huh? Now that you mention it, I wonder. Any chance I can still get that fishing rod? I would sooner give it to the bass themselves. Fair enough. God knows what they'd do if the fish got their flippers on that sort of technology, though. I don't mind telling you, I think we'd either be dead in a week or working for them. If the fish were able to go fishing, are you concerned about the future without Kathy? We will suffer the setback, as we've always done, but our plan is to rebrand as Largemouth Bass and Sons and Daughter. We'll have to be put on... Oh, the plan to do so will be put on hold. I thought he was planning to do it now. A pity. The name rolls off the tongue, which would be appropriate, as that's how we slide the fish's bones out. Is off the tongue? Occam's Gator's real. Yeah, I know. I'll be on my way then. I do want to see what happens here now. Okay, when she sees you, the cat leaps into your arms and licks your cheek with the vigor and sloppiness of an animal 10 times her size. Well, hey there, girl. What's your name? The cat nods at its collar. Skila, it says. Huh. And what was the big lick for? The cat nods at the other side of the collar, which says, you didn't go against the family. New cat unlocked. You can now receive that boon, which would be extra meat drops. You're a part of Skelia's family now, and families will never loan you money. You'll just have to go get it on your own. Keep my current boon and go clean up. I want to slip out here. Better for you. Okay. Well, oh, now it's cut off. We agreed we're not going to leave through here. I just wanted all of the dialogue options. I was planning to squeeze my way back through there just for fun. Well, I'll go check on the other guy, although I assume he's not really going to have much of an opinion or anything to say. Oh, maybe this random guy will have something to say now that Occam's Gator's real. I saw him. Oh, not another one. Let me check your forehead. You've been hanging around here a lot. I'm worried you might have come down with bass madness. Wouldn't you have bass madness since you're here all the time? I have bass fever. That's different. Bass fever is an enthusiasm for largemouth bass, and it also means I'm immune to bass madness. Maybe I have bass fever. I can tell that you don't. To be honest, I'm not sure you care about fish at all. What makes you say that? Just your face. Well, honestly, it's a pretty good judge of character. That's impressive that he was able to read that so easily. And the other cat, as you approach the cat, raises a quizzical eyebrow. I don't know what you're talking about. I certainly didn't have anything to do with helping Tom Chapman and Kathy Tracy flee their largemouth bass fishing fathers. The cat only chuckles in response. Hee hee hee. Imagine he's got a little tee-hee. What's your name, girl? The cat points to its collar. Charybdis. What is with these cats' names? It's like they pulled up a global list of all cat names ever in existence, ranked them from most to least popular, and then took them all from the bottom there. Didn't even need to ask. I will pet her now. The loyalty of fisher cats is not easily won, but once it is won for life. And of course, one was meat, one is items. Charybdis's blessing means good things are coming your way, though you hope they're things that you consider good, not things that she does. I will keep my current boon and quickly talk to him. Too late, friend. Tom's gone. I've received a telegram from him with news that he's in the big city, thriving as the head of his own business, manufacturing wigs for judges. Wait, he already set up a business? It's already thriving? Yes, it's fast, I know, but judges' wigs are a gold mine. And I can't tell you don't have, and I can tell you don't have business instincts, or you'd have recognized that right away. Sorry about your son? Do you know I'm actually proud of him? Always thought he was a dreamer, never realized he had those killer instincts for business. Yeah, he's a good sort, Tom. Maybe I've been unfair to him. Are you worried about the future without Tom? Succession is only an issue if I die, wouldn't you agree? And that's far from inevitable, especially if I invest in a good helmet. Occam's Gator's real. In the shower, yes, no, it's just that that's mostly where I see him. Peculiar, man. I don't know why we have Peeping Tom. Peeping on Tom? No, Tom was the child. Yep, I got nothing. I don't know what that's about. Strange. Strange is all I can say. I think I need to spend 2 minutes, like, running through everything in search of fences. Maybe it's still some random thing out here, but I think I need to go to every location, because I'm one fence shy, and it's driving me crazy. A radio transmission cuts through the thick swamp air, a series of beeps and tones of varying length and pitch. Random noise, perhaps, or some coded message. I've already done like 4 wanders, and like each one was a skill check that I couldn't clear. Moxie muscle that I was just shy of, and this one I actually can do. Scry a pattern in the sounds. Why, it's Morse code and a distress call. As you listen further, you learn that a frog has swallowed a short-wave radio and now suffers intestinal trouble. You locate the frog and relieve him in a manner best left unexplained. After which we just move along. No need to get into any of that. Man, this again just makes me think, have I still not resolved that imp that was running around? I feel like I didn't. Damn. Oh, I accidentally give up when a bunch of shadow things came up, so now I'm harrowed. You've seen some scary stuff pretty recently. It makes you weak to spooky damage. Damn it. Although, I was just at the Radio Shack like a second prior. Alright, well now this time I am going to try and actually kill them. That's quite a lot of damage to do right at the very beginning of a battle there. Excuse you. I was ill-prepared to be pummeled on quite so heftily just right at the beginning of my battle there. Yikes. But this has a restroom in it with like a medicine cabinet, and I think the Dauphine House splash water, you lose effect harrowed. Okay, so basically anywhere, I'm gonna make like a note of that. The Dauphine House and the Radio Shack have like medical sinks to get rid of those like small effects like those. That seems good. I will record that. Review your notes just to quickly check the breathing apparatus. I definitely have to figure that one out. That might be another thing that I do the same way that I'm just moving around here, just guessing and checking, trying to figure out where the hell I might encounter a fence. I probably just gotta sweep through things looking for that. I gotta look for radios anyways, so maybe that's the sort of stuff I'd really focus on in this episode. A portly man in a white linen suit sitting in a wicker chair in a fat-bottomed boat is being fanned by 2 large bats as he pulls his craft through the murky swamp water. I say, pardon me, young man, but might I prevail upon you to lend me some navigatory assistance? I consider myself a man with a sense of direction, but I must admit this bayou has got me turned right around. Well, to start, you're way too far west to call this swamp a bayou. Well now, I may be just a simple country Dracula, but I'd have thought I could tell the difference between a bayou and some damned Yankee swamp. Have I really missed Louisville by that much? I'm afraid so, by more than 800 miles as the bat flies. Well, tarnation, I'll never make it to the Derby at this rate, and I was so looking forward to that mint julep. Reckon I'll just have to make do with Is your name Mary by any chance? No, it's Grammy. A Bloody Grammy. Instead of a Bloody Mary. Which Bloody Marys are garbage. Drink a Caesar. Take it from Canada. Bloody Marys, trash. Caesars, one of the best. Well, any port in a storm, as the poet said. Help him out? You could give him directions? How is helping him out different from giving him directions? They both have the same skill check, but I can't. Weird. I'll try it. How about instead of drinking me, you let me put a couple of navigation and velocity spells on your boat? You could still make it to the Derby in time for last call. Well now, son, if you could accomplish that, I'd be right indebted to you. You cast a charm on his boat to create a strong water current beneath it, and he zips away with a yee-haw. Navigation spells, on the other hand, are clearly not your thing, and anyway, you haven't got any idea how to get to Kentucky from here. That will probably be less of a problem for him than the fact that he's now traveling on running water, though. Oh yeah, vampires aren't supposed to be able to cross running water. It goes back, I think, to the original Dracula, novel. Even though things changed so much since then. I'm here looking for fences. Keep an eye out for fences. I gotta get myself back into the whole idea here. I guess I'll check in on some of these people, but no, sorry, they're just gonna continue on with their sad lives. They'll practice, they'll improve with time. It's not my fault. A geyser of swamp gas erupts nearby with a loud sound and a brownish yellow cloud. I won't bother trying to describe the smell. I'm sure you can imagine it for yourself. I was scared that I was going to try and do that in the moment and end up going like a very unacceptably weak raspberry, so I really tried to blow it, and it came out very spitty and very gross. A large swarm of stink bugs quickly arrive and start zooming around inside the gas cloud. It's unclear if they're attracted by the smell or if they're refilling their stink bags or what, but when that cloud dissipates, you're probably going to have a lot of unwanted attention. Toss a match in there. A scented candle might be more appropriate, but a match will have to do. Whoomph. The gas ignites in a bright green ball of flame, and the stink bugs comet away, doing impressions of very short-lived fireflies. Oh, I think I did burn a whole heaping cluster of those once before, perhaps. Now I can't even find the part of this that has the whole... Is this it? Am I finally at the part where you go in and out of the different... Yeah, this is back where the imp is. I'm focused on fences, can't deal with this now. That is at the Gatorman Village. I'm going to leave myself a note for that one, actually, because, it doesn't exist in my notes or to-dos. Unless someone tells me I did complete it, but I don't think I did. Gatorman Village Imp Puzzle, I guess, is the best way to refer to that. Yeah, I think I need the reminder to come back to that, because I'm not doing it now. Ooh, I fought a handful of bugs, and I got a wasp clasp accessory. This tick wasp's rigor mortis has created a convenient way to attach it to your lapel. This tick wasps. That's just like a weird way to refer to it. That was very unfamiliar to me. Did we talked with this dude? Oh, he's a Delphine. I kind of forgot about that. Hey, Pepperidge. Hey, what can I do for you? Still collecting padlocks. Oh, he's the one who gave that quest. Okay, totally didn't recall that that's where that initially came from. It's looking more and more likely I could just join them, join in their fiddling. More and more likely that there's a location I haven't found, and that's where the fence is going to be. Ugh, you've accidentally walked into a huge swarm of gnats and flies, and they're buzzing super loud, and actually they've got a pretty good beat going. Are those tiny musical instruments? Is that a locust with a fiddle? What is even going on? You swing your hips and give the swarm a little of the old soft shoe and a jaunty whistle. The insects are super into it, despite the fact that you kill several of them every time you clap your hands. And when the show eventually winds to a close, they leave you a tip as they buzz away. Cool. I will fish, and I'll like it. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I don't think any fish police are nearby that are gonna tell me otherwise. And that's on them. I to take no blame for my actions. It just made the most sense. Well, I don't think there's gonna be anything here. There's the sleeping gators. Nothing. I'm telling you, man, there's no fences. And there's the only other fence that I'm aware of already painted. So that's... I can't believe how little luck I'm having with that. Did I never go to certain things out this way? I have like a weird thought that there's something I didn't go to, but I maybe I did actually hit all them up. Well, here's a fence. What? The final picket fence you need to paint to end Will Hunter's curse. How is it possible that the first place I went to here is where the fence is? Outstanding. I was going to start just looking for radios and moving on and coming back for that. Maybe there are more than 3 fences in the game and there are some elsewhere that I could have gone to. Swell work. Real swell work. That's once, twice, and 3 times a picket fence painted to turn a tree boy back to a real one. Will should be pleased. I have to suspect that there are more fences than those 3. Because that would be too dumb of luck. You wander into a science lab and see that someone has left some kind of experimental magical reactor running unattended. Maybe they realized it was in the process of explosively overloading and ran away. Maybe you should follow, inspect. I think I've run into similar encounters, and I think I've done both versions, both options. It would be weird to have a radio down here, but I'm gonna poke around. They're probably in like the least expected places. It's just an infinite fish fighting. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. No thanks. I don't think Fission Chips had one. The wooden statue with the metal diving helmet. If that's a breathing apparatus, can you give me that? Oh, this is the... Yeah, this guy just gets stuck in like a circle here. I got nothing for him. Can't help out. Greasy Steve doesn't want to talk. This goes straight into... I'm gonna buy a fish-style hot dog, because I had one once before and I did end up eating it because it's useful, so I might as well just like replace it. Happily eating lunch. Is there nothing that's going to help me with this? Because this really seemed like precisely what I needed breathing apparatus-wise. Let me just, like, stand behind it. We'll just picture it, you know, like a sad movie. A movie where the protagonist is having a sad moment and wishing more for their life. And they window shop and they line themselves up with their reflection and the suit in the window. That's what I'm doing now, but it's not window. It's the opposite of window shopping. It's windowless window shopping. But I can't have it. So I guess that's a dead end. I guess that's not the breathing apparatus I'm looking for, which is surprising. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Now, was Hilbert House the one that climbs infinitely? It is. And so I assume that one is not going to have what I need. It's not going to have a radio randomly in the infinite floors. While exploring the halls of SIT, you take a wrong turn and find yourself in a locker room full of goblins. As best as you can figure out from the context, this must be SIT's varsity snapping towels at butts team. Except the sport probably has a better name than that. Towel butt? Butt snap? Hey, what's your sport called? Foot base. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. What are you, a nerd of some or another kind? The goblins twist their towels up into lethal-looking whips. Run the gauntlet with your sleaze armor. You power your way through a flurry of snapping towels, defending yourself by grabbing and throwing several bottles of hair oil, kicking over a laundry cart full of jock straps, and pantsing a few of the attacking goblins, which, to remind you, are wholly asexual mushrooms with legs, so no worries about seeing anything R-rated. Which, doesn't explain the jock straps, but maybe they're just traditional. It's just fitting. You just gotta look the part. Raises overall confidence. There is music coming from in here, and it is a radio. Okay, we've used the gadget. Alright, sick. We're actually 1 away. Whatever the next untapped radio I find will be the last one I need. I'm gonna wander down into your basement. I don't actually remember what's going on. You derive some smug satisfaction from recognizing these mushrooms as Amanita luminosida. Yep, good old Amanita. Yep. Is this a weird thing that I never did? What the hell did I just find? These fishmen are acting kind of strange. Well, stranger than usual. Well, as far as you can tell, given your limited experience with fishmen behavior patterns, maybe it has something to do with that weird altar over there? I think that's probably a pretty good guess. I don't know how I possibly missed that before. Excellent. Definitely coming back from there. Zeta Omega. Wait, is it Zoo? How is it written on here? It's more or less Zoo. I'm gonna write a note about this because I'm trying to stay more or less focused. Write a note. I'll write it like this: Xeno basement fishman altar. That seems good. Yes, I will keep that. We're gonna find this radio. This is happening. Freaky shapes, man. And I should probably go follow back up with the fence thing. These are the two things that I'm gonna try and fit into this here. Loose integers, mechanical calculator. I can't even go in there. And they probably, I don't think they had a radio in the back here. Certainly not something I remember. Nope, leaving that alone. Here's another fence, so there is more than you need. Having fulfilled the conditions to overturn Will Hunter's curse, there is nothing further to be gained by painting excess fences except by certain aesthetic standards a more beautiful world. Paint it? For a more beautiful world? Yeah, sure. That's why I'll do it. It has no obvious impact on any curses anywhere, but a nice and clean fence is its own reward. Well, I'll try and keep with it because it's probably an achievement or something. Punch up the equations. This place might have a stone radio, but that seems very unlikely. Oh, did I never, resolve anything going on here? Hovering rock. I actually don't know. I don't know if this is, over? Maybe I already did whatever it was that I was supposed to do in here, and I'm kind of forgetting where that left off. But if there's a reason I should be coming back to Lambda, Iota, Theta, then tell me, and I'll come back. I can't go into most things in the different hallways around here, and so the odds that the one you are allowed into is going to be the one that has the radio seems relatively low. I think I probably poked around most of this. I think I maybe even did check. I'm just gonna pass through that robot fight. I think I maybe even did check the chemical hall, and that had nothing. Well, my obvious places to go looking, I think I swept a lot of things, so probably I'll find one pretty early on in Gray County, and I can just go ahead with that when it comes up. But I'll go help Will in the tree house, the house where a tree lives. Oh, there, he's just chilling. Oh, well, now that's funny. Earlier there wasn't an old bushy bearded man in the treehouse, and now there is. Not ha-ha funny, perhaps, but ha-ha? Har-hap? Hey, mister, it's me. It's Will Hunter. It worked. You lifted the curse with nothing more than some paint and a brush. Har-hap? I feel like laughing too. I ain't never been so full of joy, not ever. Are you all right? Why are you old? Old? Will Hunter old? Ha-ha! I tell you what, mister, you're only as old as you feel. How old do you feel? Early 70s? Will pats his gaunt stomach. Suppose I have packed on the years. Checking his belly. Kept on growing up while I was in the tree. Some ways I was probably better off staying a tree, because then I could have lived just about forever. But nah, I gotta be a human. Else how would I do my mischief? You're gonna go back to being a mischief maker, man? Why? Various mischiefs. One example. May have skipped out on Sunday school once or twice. Stole a horse station. I've never heard of a horse station, 'cause it ain't there no more. You all right? All right, look at me. I can waggle my toes and raggle my nose. I got bones in my hips and blood in my lips. I'm a boy again. I got the old flesh back, mister. Tain't never been better. That's great, Will. The only thing is I still get tree sap coming out when I sneeze. But that's a different curse. That's just totally unrelated. How many fences I gotta paint for that one? Can I help? Nah, the thing is, that curse can only be lifted with the power of imagination, which, as an adult, you've lost. I recall some talk of a reward. I ain't forgotten. I promised you my greatest treasure, and here it is, the shiniest thing I got. I sure now crystal, not so shiny marble. Why, with this big old marble, you'd be the envy of every 19th century boy, although even an undiscerning boy would probably hold out for something a little shinier than this, so you can just sell it. Thanks again for painting them fences. What's this? Why, that's a bona fide marble, mister. You can play with it, keep it in your pocket, or put it in your mouth to talk worse. What will you do now? It's been a while, but I seem to remember that on the day I was supposed to whitewash the fence and instead went trout fishing, I was also due down the courthouse to help a man wrongly accused of murder. How long ago was this? July? Of what year? Well, I'd say 1876. It's 1928, man. Yikes! Reckon I shouldn't stop for breakfast then. Let's hope no trout distract you on the way. Why, you heard about some? Make like a tree and take your leave. You always hoped that one day you'd look at the trunk of this tree and Will Hunter wouldn't be there. That's like Good Will Hunting. That's such a stupid gag to throw in at the very end here there. But that's like a very direct quote that I think Ben Affleck says to Matt Damon's character, Will Hunting. I didn't even think to connect up those two characters till that moment. That's super funny. Absolutely absurd. Thank you all so much for watching. Closed out a few things. Left a few other things hanging. Have that weird altar to go follow up on. I'll probably do that immediately. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.